a mama son for Dolete, aka Heavy Machine. Yes, Oppo, me a Kumawood Captain Smart. Oh, make it come out natural. Yes, so pet videos, papa, and then news. And now say, entertainment, done quickly about TV. Go YouTube, now go subscribe, comment, and like it. Next year, what drink? Yes, done quickly about TV. Or one a year. Yes, to go subscribe. Next year, thank you.
Okay, we're going to do football now. And then. All right. Ibrahim has just returned from the African Cup of Nations. Yes, sir.
Yes, boss.
Comment ça va?
Très bien.
Ça va très bien?
Yeah, très bien.
Et aussi?
Merci.
Avec nouveau?
Merci.
That's Ibrahim who's come from Cameroon. And, okay, so, well, thank you for the hard work you did. We had you on the screen. Today you're here live. Thank you for the contact with countryman Songo. Yes. And he personally told me that you have been very helpful to him in Cameroon, and he thinks that you have talent in the sports journalism. So congrats. That's a Black Stars jersey. You got it in Cameroon?
I bought it before going.
Oh, you got it before going.
Yes.
Okay. So now, let's start from first things. Milovan Rajovic, has he been sacked?
Yes, he was officially sacked yesterday evening. The press statement from the GFA came by this time during the night, announcing his sacking after there were a lot of speculations that he had already been sacked. So officially he has been sacked.
How much do we owe him?
So first, initially, we all thought he was supposed to be given the amount of salary he's supposed to receive till his contract end, which would have been $270,000 if you add his remaining salary till his contract elapsed. But the GFA announced saying that the country is now owing him $400,000. It's for the GFA to explain why the amount has now gone to $400,000. The ministry wants the GFA to give them better and further particulars on that.
I see. Okay, so let's get to the story of who is going to be our coach. So run us through, what do we have?
Yeah, so after his sacking, now we have 3 people who are in the running, and a lot of speculations about them that they could possibly take over from Milovan Rajovic. First is Ibrahim Tanko. We know Ibrahim Tanko. He's played for the Black Stars before. He's played his football in Germany for Dortmund, Freiburg, and he's also had a bit of coaching stint. So he's not been a head coach of any major team before. His first head coach role was with Ghana's under-23, the Black Meteors, where he was attempting to qualify Ghana for the Olympics for the first time since 2004. Unfortunately, when we went for the tournament in Egypt, we couldn't qualify. We lost to South Africa on penalties in the third playoff, and so we couldn't qualify. So that was his first major head coach role that he's had. After that, he was given the local Black Stars, but he's not had any major matches with them before.
From what you are saying, Ibrahim Tanko cannot be the man to help us beat the Super Eagles. So why is he in the reckoning? Because he's not coached any major team before. He played for the Black Stars, so he has loyalty. He played for Dortmund, so he understands technical football. Yes. He played in Germany, that's where you get it. But if he has not led any team, he's not going to send the shivers down the spine of the Super Eagles. He certainly cannot be the man to lead us against the Super Eagles, where the prize is the World Cup qualification. Yes. So Ibrahim Tanko, we don't think that he's the one. We think that he's out. Okay, who is next?
Okay, so we have Otoo Addo. Otoo Addo, also a former Black Star player, but he was born in Germany, raised in Germany, played his football in Germany, also played for Dortmund, and also after finished playing, he also went into coaching. At the moment, he's the first team assistant coach of Borussia Dortmund, and also he was assistant to Milovan Rajovic. After Siki Akono was sacked, he was named one of the assistants of Milovan Rajovic. But when we were going for the AFCON, unfortunately, he couldn't join the team. And so the issue with Otoo Addo has been job security. So even before Milovan Rajovic was picked, the GFA wanted to give the job to Otoo Addo. But his issue was with job security. After consulting with some of his friends, like Siki Akono and the rest, they told him this job security is really not there. And so he declined taking the head coach role.
But it's also because he's earning right now €800,000 per annum in Dortmund. If he has to leave that job and come to Ghana, we might not be able to match that per annum.
Amount, yes.
That amount translates to what per month? So 12. Can you give me the calculation? 800 divided by 12. Let's see what we get. And then, so whether we can pay him that salary. That's the salary he's demanding. Would you say Otto Addo himself is a top-class coach?
At the moment, you can't say so because we've never seen him being the head coach of any team. He's always been an assistant and also a scout for the Black Stars when they are going for tournaments.
What did you get? 66.6 thousand euro is what we have to pay him a month to match his salary. We paid Milo what $30,000, and we are complaining because he didn't deliver. So, but if you look at Otoo Addo's caliber, really,
yes,
is he the kind of person you want him to come and lead the Black Stars?
He's not had a head coach role before in his career. He's always been assistant in his career, and also been scout for the Black Stars when they are going for tournaments. So a lot of the GFA people really have believed in him because of his scouting reports that they've read when he's done scouting reports for coaches when they are going for tournaments.
He's a good scout?
Yes, he's a very good scout and also very good technically with the game because he trained in Germany. And you know, Germans are very good when it comes to coaching now. If you come to the world now, German coaches are on top.
Tuchel.
So, yes,
he's not having such a great time.
Tuchel
Klopp and the Manchester United guy.
Rangnick.
Manchester United and Tuchel are not having such a great time these days.
Yeah.
But of course, historically, the Germans have shown that the understanding of the technical game is very good.
So because of that, and same with Ibrahim Tanko, he's also trained German trained coach. So he also has, if you also read his report, his scouting reports, you get that he understands the game very well. And that's why a lot of people support them. But they've never had a head coach role. So it will be a very huge risk. And this picking the next coach is very crucial because if we get it wrong this time, it's going to be problematic because we got it wrong with CK, got it wrong with
But it also depends on what we are looking for. You see, if we are looking for an interim coach to get us over the Nigerian hurdle so that we can later on discuss what we need to do for the African Cup of Nations qualifiers in mid-year and then the World Cup in November, then that will determine who we go for.
Yeah,
so Otto Addo might be reasonably placed to take us through the two games. But he has to do a new recruitment for the Black Stars and bring in some players. If he was part of the team, why was the call-up so poor? So if that is his strength.
In going for the African Cup of Nations, really, he wasn't part of the coaching team going to the African Cup of Nations. And one thing we also heard was that Milovan Raivat was very stubborn in taking opinions from his assistant. He was very stubborn in doing that. Then that is the reason why when Otto couldn't come, he had to bring in his own coaching staff to the camp. When the GFA even wanted to bring in local help, he said no. And so he had to bring his former Serbians to come and help him. So the coach was also very stubborn. Milovan Raivat, very stubborn in taking recommendations from his coaching staff. So we couldn't really blame Otoo Addo for
Otto Addo can still be hired to do the scouting and recruitment for the Nigerian game going into the AFCON qualifiers and eventually into the World Cup as a consultant role, that may work.
Yes, he's always ready for that because he started doing the scouting job not now, since even before the 2014
And he's a Ghanaian born in Europe. He'll be able to talk to the European players. Tariq Lamptey and others, they're also born in Europe.
Yes, especially those born in Germany, because when it comes to Kofi, who also played in the African Cup of Nations, he's very close to him and was part of those who spoke to him to come to play for Ghana because he's also born in Germany and all that. So a lot of the German Ghanaians, the Ghanaians who are born in Germany, he could also speak to them.
What's the latest with Anthony Yeboah's son?
Anthony Yeboah's son, the last we heard, he was called, but he didn't accept to come.
Anthony Yeboah's son?
Yes, he didn't
want to play for Ghana.
He didn't accept to come.
Is he a striker like his father?
Yeah, he's a striker. He's an attacking player.
Okay. And he's playing in Premiership?
No, he's not playing at top level now. He was playing in the lower levels of
German league.
No, this Italy.
He's in Italy. And how old is he?
Italy, he's about 18. He's still in his...
He's about 18?
Yes.
Okay, so he has quite a future.
Yes.
Okay, so Otto Addo is a 50-50.
It's 50-50.
Whether he's coming into the scouting.
The GFA would have liked him to come and take it for interim for the Nigeria game.
For the Nigeria
game. Then after that, they get a substantive coach. So what we heard was that some GFA officials will be traveling to Germany to speak to him and see if he could come and take it for the interim for the Nigeria game before they'll see for who can take full time.
Okay, so let's go to my personal favorites now.
Yes, Chris Hughton.
Chris Hughton.
So what we are hearing is that a lot of people in...
I spoke to journalist Kwabena Yeboah this morning, and he thought that Chris Hughton will be the best.
Yes, a lot of people think he among all the coaches, if you look at his CV, he's the best. He's been coaching for almost about 30 years.
Okay, so let's read out his CV. Born to a Ghanaian father and Irish mother in the UK. Chris represented Ireland at the international level as a footballer.
Yes.
Played for Tottenham between 1977 to 1990. West Ham 1990 to 92 and Brentford 1993. He played only in 93. So he was a footballer. Let me go on. Started coaching career with his boyhood club Tottenham Hotspur from 1993 to 2007 as a coach of the under-23s, then the second team, and promoted to the first team as caretaker manager for Spurs. Also managed Newcastle United, first as assistant manager and then as a caretaker. This is where he was successful. Tell us about it.
He was successful at Newcastle. So he was brought in first to Newcastle as a caretaker manager. And when he took over the team, unfortunately, the team went into relegation. When the team went to the championship, he was given the job as a full-time manager. And his first season with the team, he was able to bring them back into the Premier League just 1 year after they went into the championship. And he did it very marvelously. They didn't lose any home game, and they won the championship in that particular. And he brought them straight.
Newcastle played the entire championship without losing a home game.
Yes, without losing a home game.
Oh wow!
And he brought them straight back into the Premier League.
Premiership. So he qualified Newcastle from Championship to Premier League. That was in 2008.
Yes, 2008-2009 season.
Okay, let me go on. Was made the permanent manager of Newcastle in 2009, where he led Newcastle to end promotion back to the Premier League. That's what you told us.
Yes.
Okay, managed Birmingham City between 2011 and 2012, leading then to the group stages of the UEFA Europa League and the 5th round of the FA Cup. He qualified Birmingham to the playoffs, to the Premier League, where he lost to Blackpool over 2 legs. He managed Norwich in the Premier League in 2012-2014, leading then to an 11th place finish in his first season. Also managed Brighton, Hove Albion, and Nottingham Forest.
So with Brighton and Hove Albion, he also qualified. He qualified them to the Premier League for the first time.
Both teams.
The Brighton and Hove is one team. Brighton and Hove Albion. So he qualified.
So he's qualified 2 teams from the Championship to the Premier League. That's caliber.
Yes,
that's credibility.
It means he's able to take, because normally Championship players are not glamorous and those good players. So it means he's able to nurture players and put his style of play into them and teach them what he wants.
What is his style of play? Is he an attacking-minded coach?
So he discusses his style of play over here. He said, discussing his career in coaching was that, and he said, in my time at Newcastle, Birmingham, and Norwich, I'll generally play a certain way. But as a modern coach and manager, you have to be flexible. On most occasions, though, it's about the type of players that you've got. It's true that as a manager, I've mostly tended to play 4-4-2 or 4-4-1-1. But in my last season at Brighton, I played more 4-3-3 than perhaps I have done at any other stage. So he's a coach who is known. He's known for starting with building his defense and defending very well and relying on counter-attacks to score his opponents. Just like Milovan Rajvac in 2010 when he came. So he's known for building a very good defense, a defense who can be resistant to opposing attacks, and when they get the ball, they're able to swiftly counter-attack and score. So that's the kind of...
Get me the Countryman Songo montage when we finish our play. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Go. So you're saying that he 4-3-3 is like the counter-attack you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay, but he's also suggesting that he's quite practical and he designs his strategy according to the players
that's
that
what
he has
said,
in camp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, so according to the players who come and meet in Ghana, he will also design his playing style according to...
Do you know where his father is from?
Yes, his father was born in Jamestown and he moved to...
Jamestown, Gamashi?
Yes.
So he's a Ghana?
Yes. He frequents Ghana a lot. He comes to Ghana.
Yes, he does a lot with Guba as well. Yes. Okay, so that's Chris.
So he has spoke before about coming to coach for Ghana in previous interviews before. So in 2020, he said, my biggest joy at the moment is the day-to-day club management. That's what continues to excite me. Hughton said, the draw of affecting a team week in, week out, but international football and particularly Ghana, where my father is from, and Ireland, where my mom is from, I think about. So he has talked about coming to coach for Ghana before. That was in 2020. But at that time, he said he wanted to focus on club football at that time because he loved the day-to-day running of club football. And after that, he got an appointment with Nottingham Forest. It didn't go too well. So at the moment, he's unattached. And
but he seems to have everything. He played for a club like Tottenham.
Yes, Tottenham Hotspur.
So he understands the Premier League. He coached 2 Premier League clubs, bring them from Championship. So in terms of caliber, for the list that we have checked, he's probably the highest.
He's the highest. And also when he was at Tottenham, after he finished playing in '93, he worked under about 7 different managers as assistant coach at Tottenham Hotspur, which means that he has a great knowledge. He's learned a lot from a lot of high-class managers.
So these are his high points?
Yes, these are his high points, his achievements, Football League Championship. So he won the championship with Newcastle. That's what promoted them to the Premier League. And also EFL Championship runner-up with Brighton and Hove Albion. So it's individual.
Premier League Manager of the Month in 2018.
Yes. So he's the first black person to win the Premier League Manager of the Month in February 2018. And he's one of the when he was coaching the Premier League, he's one of the few black people who ever coached in the Premier League and the first colored person to play for Irish national team.
Oh, I see. He played for Irish national team.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so for my money, Chris Hughton, is he able to be like a caretaker and to be considered later after the Nigeria? I
don't think he will accept. I don't think he will.
You think if he's coming in, he's looking for a contract as Ghana coach for 3 years?
Because before we even picked Milo, he was considered, and his conditions that he gave was that he wanted to be paid $80,000, and also he will bring in his own coaching staff, that's his assistants and some technical people. He will bring them, which will be at the cost of Ghana. And at that time, we thought it was too expensive for that. And that's why he wasn't picked during that time. We're searching for a manager.
But would he accept to you think he would not accept to do the Nigeria as a caretaker manager? So that we sort of see, we have to see. We cannot just be doling our money, 80,000 to him.
Yes, but you know, he also like to protect his interest, because if he goes in
right
those
now
games,
right now he's not working.
If he goes in those
so
games,
we give him Nigeria, Ghana. Bring your technical people. We agree on cost. You qualify us for the World Cup. We pay you this amount of money. Then we come back to the table and work it out properly. He should be able to accept that and show us what he can do. Because at this stage we are wounded. We are not very excited, and we have almost given up on the World Cup. Yes. So really,
at the moment, looking at where Ghana is, it will not be wise for him to accept it, because the time is the time period is very short. He will not have time to keep the players for a very long time, because the clubs will only release players for you a week. Probably a week to the match.
Oh, but he's a top manager. He knows it. This is a World Cup qualifier. Yes, so there's a FIFA break.
There's going to be a FIFA break. Yes. So it's going to be about 1 week that he's going to have with the players.
But that's okay.
So he will not.
If he's a top manager, but he's watched the AFCON. He knows.
Yes, you can be a top manager, but if you've not had time to gel with your team and also get to know your players well, you can't bring the best out of them.
When Tuchel came to Chelsea, how many minutes
there was already quality. There was already quality.
Yeah, but we have quality. If you recall the right players, we have quality.
There are a lot of doubts about that, whether we still have the quality like
other
countries.
We just like probably didn't call
Nigeria,
them, but we still
Senegal, Mali.
Talk of Nigeria. Let's go over to Nigeria. What's happening there? What's the latest?
Yeah, so Nigeria.
Can you turn this to Nigeria?
Yes, they'll turn it to Nigeria. So Nigeria, after their exit from, so even before the tournament, they sacked their coach, Belgium, Gennett Hall. They sacked him. He qualified them to the World Cup playoffs, but unfortunately they sacked him, and they appointed this Portuguese Jose Portrio. He's a Portuguese coach, Jose Porcero, and he's very experienced. He's coached a lot of teams, but he's not been too successful. His only success has been with Al Ahly, where he won the league with them.
Who is this? This is the one you're talking about?
Yes, this is the one.
He's been appointed by Nigeria?
Yes, he was appointed before the Nations Cup, but he was asked to only observe so that they give it to an interim manager.
So Yeboah was interim?
Yes, he was interim.
So his resignation doesn't mean much?
Yes, it doesn't mean much. He would have gone anyway because they've already appointed.
Okay, so this is a Nigeria substantive coach?
Yeah, this is a substantive.
And he was in Cameroon to watch them?
He was in Cameroon to observe.
Who is he?
So he's a Portuguese. He's coached teams like Real Madrid as an assistant, Sporting CP, Al Hilal, Panathinaikos, Saudi Arabia, Braga, Al Ahly, FC Porto, Venezuela national team. His last job was with the Venezuela.
So he is now the official coach of Nigeria?
Yes, he is the official.
So if we're playing Nigeria, he's the one we're going to play?
Yeah, he's the one we are going to play.
What's his name again?
Jose Porcero. He's a Portuguese.
I see.
Yes.
So this is the Nigeria story?
Yes.
So they have their Jose Porcero already?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, so you look, Ghana were paired with Nigeria. You look at the head-to-head between Ghana and Nigeria, 49 games. Ghana has won 21 times, Nigeria 10 times, and 18 times it ended in a draw. But when it comes to the World Cup qualifiers, we've met 8 times, and Ghana has won twice. Nigeria has also won twice, and 4 has ended in the draw when it comes to playing World Cup qualifiers. So during those times we always meet Nigeria in our group in World Cup qualifiers. We are always not successful because they always qualify ahead of us. All the time.
But you're showing two wins each.
Yeah, the 2 wins is just points. So it means in the other games, if they're able to get a better point, they go. In every time that we've qualified for the World Cup, we've never had Nigeria.
I don't like this slide. I like this one. 1-on-1 of 49 games, we've won 21.
21, yes.
They have won 10.
They've won 10
so
times.
we've beaten Nigeria more than they've beaten us. We've drawn 18 times.
Yes.
Is the away goal rule going to work for this tournament?
Yes, it's going to work for this tournament.
Okay, so Nigeria come here, we make sure they don't score a goal.
Yes.
And we go there. And so we do 1-1 in, I think Kumasi is where the game is going to now.
We are still not sure yet.
No, Cape Coast has been closed. It cannot be played in Cape Coast.
Yes, the CAF officials will have to come and inspect the Kumasi Sports Stadium and see if it will be okay for them.
Okay, so this is thank you for this. This is Ghana, Nigeria, And so if we do 1-1 here and 2-2 there, we go through.
Qualify, yes.
Okay. So Senegal, Egypt, who's going to go through? Pick it up. Let's see. What do you think?
Senegal.
You think you prefer Senegal?
Yeah, I was Senegal.
But you saw the Egyptians play, didn't you?
Yeah, but
against Cote d'Ivoire. That was the best game of the tournament.
Senegal have their coach. They have a problem with he's not too technical. Aliou Cisse. He coaches. He takes advantage of the kind of quality players he have. He's not too.
Cameroon, Algeria are still in the tournament.
Yes. No, Algeria is out. Algeria were kicked out in the group.
So Cameroon might do well at AFCON, and then they'll be buoyed to beat Algeria to go to the World Cup. Ghana, Nigeria, we pick Ghana. Dr. Congo and Morocco.
Morocco are likely to go to the
Mali and Tunisia.
And also a very difficult encounter. Mali have never qualified for the World Cup. Tunisia are one of the teams in Africa who always almost makes it to the World Cup. So it's going to be a very, very difficult time. Mali were also kicked out of the African Cup of Nations by Equatorial Guinea just yesterday. A big surprise.
Okay, let's take a short break and look at Countryman Songo and Countryman Songo's video. We'll come back and Ibrahim will walk us through the last parents of the African Cup of Nations. And then Kwekwe Japan and Mikael will bring us the British story. What is the latest with the British Prime Minister? Those of you who like international politics, wait for that. After the break, Ibrahim will walk us through the African Cup of Nations. I'm going to take my seat. He'll be here.
Bad. This is not national team. Difficult to watch them. Good players are there. Only the national team in your business. Fire burn them. That's be on them to stop using our masters for business. Rather, they should call good players. Sad the notion of local boys are not good. They can't play. They are lying. They are lying. When you say local boy, no, and you're the player, but the national team, he shouldn't be your player. He should be made of merit. Oh, I put in more about catching on the wall. I put in Mujasiru. Born I care to see Yalo. Should I be made for them? And then any Morocco for no. Should I say, Obi or ball, extraordinary ball. I can't have boys in the middle of my ball. More national team, and you'll be a Japanese, and you'll be team. Munya yes a massa M1. Yes, Munya yes a massa. And what the old Casa boys, who the old yes, Munya yes a massa living among Canada. Never one. And look at there's a support a mumma. No, I didn't play. The issue is that the players were using the rings. Our coach would have known that from the beginning, because they scored from the rings. Jordan was weak from the beginning, so he should have been changed earlier. But the coach allowed him to play to the end. That caused our downfall. So bad.
The best is the German from White. Yaman and India, why?
Into your matches, I can't know. How do you see?
Okay, welcome back to the show. Thank you very much for your time. We will be going to the social media editors to take some messages about football. But Ibrahim is still on the touch screen. He's going to walk us through the final 8 of the African Cup of Nations. Ibrahim, take it over.
Okay, so yesterday the run of 16 games ended, and so after 24 teams starting, now we have 8 teams left. Gambia and Cameroon will meet in the quarterfinals. Gambia will play Cameroon. Egypt will play Morocco. So the winners of these 2 ties, that's Gambia, Cameroon, Egypt, Morocco, will meet each other in the semi-finals. So if Cameroon beats Gambia, Cameroon will beat the winner of Egypt, Morocco. If Gambia beats Cameroon, then Egypt will also meet the winners of Egypt and Morocco. So that's the situation right here over here. So the 2 teams over here are likely to meet each other, which means that only one team from here can go to the final. If you go to the other side, Burkina Faso, Tunisia, Senegal, Equatorial Guinea, they are also the other 4 teams who have made it to the quarterfinals. Senegal will be playing Equatorial Guinea, and Burkina Faso will be playing Tunisia. The winners of these 2, the winners here are going to also meet the winner over here, which means Burkina Faso, Tunisia will be meeting the winners of Senegal, Equatorial Guinea for the semi-finals. So gradually we are coming to the end of the African Cup of Nations. The quarterfinals will happen during the weekend, then we'll see the pairings for the semi-finals and the finals. Paul, take over.
Okay, so that's Ibrahim. Let's hear from you what people are saying about football. Matilda first.
From Emmanuel Germain, every citizen is a coach in Ghana, yet we can't find any to coach the Black Stars. From Keshood Ampa, I prefer the under-20 coach who won the World Cup 2009. And from Alfred Mensah, evening Paul, with your point, building caliber, don't you think the intent for building caliber counts? Great show, senior, keep it up.
Abdul Karim Ahmed says, you are not fair to Ibrahim Tanko. He was assistant coach for Freiburg AFCON. Worry wandered in Japan, Cameroon, Ghana. Tanko was the one who designed the software to monitor Ghanaian players, and he was instrumental in recruiting players like Baba Idrisu, Kudus, etc. He knows the team and hence a perfect person to take the team at this moment when time is not on our side. And Ken James says, just go for Jose Mourinho and stop depending on Class B coaches. Augustine Asari Donko says, use our own retired Black Stars players who are coaching. They can do the job better.
Farouk Tema says, Chris tops the list, but can we afford him and give him the free road to manage the team without the greedy business agenda of these FA people? Ghana football deserves better management and selfless leadership. Yao Obin says, Chris can't work with these corrupt FA. Leave Chris alone.
All right, from Charles Ampene, Christopher William Gerard, Hughton is a former professional footballer and now football manager who was most recently in charge of Nottingham Forest. Born in England, he represented the Republic of Ireland national team. And from Charles Ampene, following his departure from Norwich, Hughton became manager of Brighton and Hove Albion in December 2014. 3 years later, in 2017, Hughton led the club to promotion to the Premier League for the first time in its history. I think he is the best man for the job.
Abdul Karim says, the sacking of Coach Milovan was long overdue. Coach Siki Akono was even doing better. We need a local coach to handle the Black Stars. Any player who is not ready to play for the Ghana Black Stars should be shown the exit.
Farouk Tema added, Mr. Kerr's leadership has been abysmal and his temperament and way of engaging the media is arrogantly bad. Football people have always been playing on the keyboards of supporters' emotions and ripping the nation off. We are tired of their business agenda they are using our teams for.
From Velasquez, good evening, Paul. I love your touchscreen analysis. From Abdul Majid Saglo, Paul is a gem. Good evening, Ghana to the world. From Isaac Bedu, Mr. Paul, we need more of the show, please. And from Mohammed Bamba, just build caliber. Thumbs up.
Brad Kenowisu says, Tanko was the assistant coach for the Cameroon senior team for years. And Mohammed Bamba says, tell Zibela Ibrahim Tanko coached Copenhagen as the 2012 as the head coach and no any other Ghanaian coach has a good CV than Ibrahim Tanko.
Abdul Karim, political speaker, says the sacking of Coach Milovan was long overdue. Coach CK Akuno was even doing better. We need a local coach to handle the Ghana Black Stars. Any player who is not ready to play for Ghana Black Stars should be shown the exit.
From Elias Tamale, the innovativeness of Paul is in no doubt. The blend of the touchscreen and the competent social media team is just fantastic. Good Evening Ghana is a very educative and informative program. My Tuesdays and Thursdays are incomplete without the show. You guys should keep up the good work.
And Peter Ryan says a good coach plus bad players is equal to losing team.
Isaac Bedu says Selassie Tete can do the Black Stars job, and Otoo Addo and Ibrahim Tanko to scout the players. Please let's try Selassie Tete, Black Stars.
Ben Ayete says, what are we doing over Mohamed Salifu from the UK? Ghana should send Tony Bafo, Abedi Pele and Stephen Appiah to go and talk to him. I bet he can't say no to these men.
All right, from Fadiga Maestro. Milo has been sacked because his performance has been disastrous, but the Black Stars' deficiencies go beyond managerial challenges. There are definitely unforeseen what's ongoing, and Ghanaians shall surely appreciate you if you personally take it as a task to unearth them. We have to make Black Stars a better team for us all.
And Nana Kojo Jr. says, I think Stephen Appiah can do a great job.
Ben Ayite says, what are we doing over Mohamed Salifu from the UK? Ghana should send Tony Bafo, Abedi Pele and Stephen Appiah to go and talk to him. I bet he can't say no to these men.
Mohamed Bamba says, if it is for a Ghanaian coach, then it's for Ibrahim Tanko, period.
From Emmanuel Jermaine, what prevented Kwabena Yeboah from becoming a coach?
Mohamed Salis is asking that arrogant GFA boss must be sacked for also disrespecting Ghanaians, saying if Ghanaians have Messi and Ronaldo, they can bring them.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Dan Kwaku Yeboah, Head of Sports, Despite Media. Subscribe to my YouTube page, Dan Kwaku Yeboah TV. Remember to turn on the notification button and be part of the DKY family. Thank you.